The Night Agent returns for a second season on Netflix, so today, let's see if it's worth your time. Peter Sutherland, whose efforts to save the president in season 1 earned him an opportunity to become a night agent in season 2, but working in secretive organization of night action will propel Peter into a world where danger is everywhere and trust is in short supply. I liked the first season of Night Agent, and I thought the show was explosive, had enough development for Peter, and a mystery that I was on board with. When it comes to the second season, I think they take everything that worked for that first season when it came to Peter's development and expanded on it and give us a really thrilling second season. Peter Sutherland, second time around in season 2, he has this opportunity to prove himself. There are multiple characters within season 2 that don't believe Peter Sutherland should be in this position. But since he saved the president, she puts him in this power and she fully trusts him. But there are many characters who disregard that and don't believe that he has the skill set for certain missions within season 2. So he takes this as an opportunity to prove himself. He believes in himself. He's not the character that's going to back away from these challenges. He's going to rise and he's going to prove himself. I really like that about Peter in the first season, and now in the second season, there's that enough development for Peter. And we see this natural growth. He's gaining this confidence. He was just thrown into these situations within the first season, and in the second season he's able to approach it with a different mindset. He is now more of this confident character. So we're seeing the shift for Peter from the first season to the second season. It does in such a natural way that we really like the character of Peter. He's confident, he's smooth with a lot of things, but he's also very caring, and he is somebody that realizes these threats. He feels very human. He's a very grounded character, and the writing for Peter is able to put him into these situations that he has to rely on others as well. But we see that development for Peter that works so well in the second season, and paired that with a storyline that feels very urgent. There's many lives at risk. It has that similar kind of tone to the first season, where there's a lot of secretive moments within this certain organization, and there's lies and conspiracies going on. But the way that they are able to build the storyline within the second season, there's a lot of urgency, and you feel like it's on a grander scale. The threat level is higher compared to that first season, and so he's constantly running around. He is constantly trying to solve this mission, and sometimes he has to go against others' decisions, and sometimes he has to lie and be very secretive about things. But you feel the reason why he's doing certain things. It's for the greater good of humanity and trying to protect people. So when you have this larger threat to the show, he has to rise to that challenge and has to kind of match the overall storyline, and it benefits each other. And so the storylines on this grander scale, he's growing as a character because everything just feels really intense. Working alongside him, Rose, once again, she's not this damsel in distress. She takes on a new role within the second season, and she gets thrown into a lot of the second season. She is a major character, and I really like Rose. She has this complicated relationship with Peter, but she is the one that people are starting to trust into these certain situations. She is involved with a lot of the action scenes, and so she's getting thrown into a lot of it. And I really like the development for the character as well. The action's really intense in here. There is a lot of more nighttime sequences. The action is filmed very well, wider shots to allow for the action to run smoothly. There's some choreographed moments and some editing along the way, but it never feels choppy. It never feels like it's something that I'm really having a hard time watching. It all runs very smoothly. Nothing really epic or groundbreaking, but it's intense in all the right ways. And throughout 10 episodes, there's a really good pace to it where we allow for the storyline to branch off into different directions. Characters are introduced and their storylines start to move into different directions, and we have to pay attention to that because it's all kind of going to come back to our main storyline, the threat that is happening within the second season. And when we do even branch off to multiple different storylines, it never feels like it's juggling everything. It has a great balance to it and allow for certain storylines to grow naturally. And sometimes some of them feel a little bit weaker than others, but we understand the importance of it all compared to the overall storyline that's going on. So I never found myself bored when it branched off into other storylines, and has this great pace to it all. But taking Peter, who sat back for some of the beginning of season 1, and throwing him to a much larger storyline, that is the right approach to grow this series and have him grow as a character. So I like Peter Sutherland. Gabriel Basso brings a lot of humanity to this character, a lot of personal aspect to Peter. Feels very grounded, but a lot of nurturing moments. He cares for Rose, being protective and understanding his position and how it could affect Rose. That mindset for the character allows to match the storyline within season 2. Real quick, if you're interested in checking out The Night Agent Season 2 on Netflix, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you have seen Season 2 of Night Agent, comment down below with your overall thoughts on the show. If you'd like to see more exclusive content from me, consider joining my channel as a member, and there you can unlock exclusive movie reviews and ranking videos. I thought that the overall storyline was quite intense when it came to the threat for Season 2 and characters, like I say, branching off into different directions to figure out exactly what is happening and stop it all. There's that urgency there, but I feel like I've seen something like that before. When it comes to a lot of these FBI shows, CIA shows, it's hard to come up with like an original story. It's hard to have something that does feel groundbreaking and venture away from the norm of these shows. And while I do like Night Agent Season 2 for a lot of its urgency and a lot of the performances and the action in here and the growth of Peter, the threat is there, but I've seen it before. And so no matter what level of intensity you can have in here, I'm always going to feel like I've seen that before. And although it works for this show, I do feel that it does feel very familiar to other shows and other movies I have seen. Just a nitpick for me, but I did like the threat level in it. It did feel more, it was on more of a grander scale compared to that second season, and it allows for the characters to be challenged. There's a lot of dramatic moments. Things go wrong constantly throughout the series, and characters have to, shift their focus throughout. You're not gonna have a picture perfect storyline throughout the whole season, but a little bit kind of towards the end, everything that's going on feels a little bit familiar and generic. Just a small nitpick for me, but overall I liked Night Agent Season 2. Took everything that I liked about the first season and just expanded on it all in the second season and just grew it in the right way. I'm gonna go ahead and give The Night Agent Season 2 a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for Night Agent Season 2 on Netflix. Have you guys seen it by chance? What'd you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.